So for you, Taurus, you have the King of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. But this reading, I'm definitely seeing that somebody wants to be around you, but they're acting like there's some sort of royalty. And the way that they're going about it is essentially all wrong. They're acting like their boo-boo don't stink, right? That's what it is that they're acting like. They're acting like they're just too confident. You know, they're acting like they're just too confident, like you should be interested in them automatically. And you, Taurus, don't really know them like that. You just now started to get to know them, but the way that they interact with you, you may not necessarily like it because they may not be considerate enough. They may be coming from the perspective of being a snob, right? Being better than people and then needing to remind people at every single turn that they're better than them. Even though the Five of Pentacles represents, that's not necessarily really the case. They may have to put on that, you know, it's a front, but they come off like this. They come off like I'm asleep and everybody has to prove themselves to me in order for me to kind of wake me up, to kind of, you know, open up my eyes or eye to see them and be like, okay, I'm giving you some form of acknowledgement. But the Seven of Cups represents that for you, Taurus, is not flying because you have options. So it's not like, and what I mean by that is you understand that you do not have to spend your time talking to them. You very much so can go off and talk to somebody else. Stay by yourself, right? You have friends, fairly popular, liked. It's not like you have nothing, right? The Ten of Pentacles is about how you're just looking for someone that's more down to earth. And from what it is that I'm seeing, you don't really like this person like that because these people that represents this King of Pentacles, they may be a little bit too snobby for you. They may be, some people that you have met may be a little bit too stuck up for you. And like it is, I said before, you know, that's what happens when you have options. That's what happens when you exercise the options, you interact with some people. You'll get to know that some people have different, slightly to vastly different personalities, right? And a lot of you, Taurus, know that you don't want anybody that's stuck up and they think that they have a certain air of invincibility about them. The Hanged Man and the Star is about how, so you, Taurus, will continue to date. You, Taurus, will continue to get to know new people because you haven't, you know, this person just came off a little bit like they were snobby, but you, Taurus, do know a little bit more about yourselves. You know that you don't want anybody to act like they do not want you around or that, you know, they're snobby. You, Taurus, want to be loved on. Y'all want public displays of feelings. Y'all want to be told that, you know, somebody loves you. You want people to show you that they love you. You, Taurus, want all of that. Y'all want the love. Y'all want the appreciation. Y'all want the attention. That's what it is that y'all want. And the Hanged Man is about how, so you're looking for that type of attention. So you're going to continue to date, look around, see what's going on, check to see if you can get it with other people and just kind of play the field and see what's going on. The Star card. And people do not mind playing ball. Even if you were to tell them you're talking to other people. I'm getting all these notifications. People do not mind you playing ball and letting them know something. Hey, listen, you know, you have other people that you're talking to. The Page of Swords, however, represents it probably makes you even more attractive because you're letting everybody know what it is that they're getting into. And you're letting everybody know, hey, you know, everybody has options. And I said it and I meant it. Everybody has options. Everybody has the ability to go off, handle their own business, right? And get whoever it is that they can get that's rocking with them. And don't feel bad. You, Taurus, should not feel bad about having options. No one should feel bad about having options. Now, what you do with it is up to you. But the Page of Swords represents you, Taurus. You know, you feel better at the fact that you know a little bit more about what it is that you want. And you, Taurus, know that you don't want someone that's, like I said, that's stuck up and that is one way out in the streets and is one way in the house. If the two of you were ever hanging out, right, in each other's home or whatever. You know, you don't want somebody in the streets who act like they are invincible, but then behind closed doors, they're so considerate and stuff like this or whatnot. But it's like night and day, right? 1 minute it's like this, the next minute it's like that. You don't want all that. The Queen of Wands is about how, so you will continue to look, right? You'll continue to remain true to yourselves. You will not let the glitz and the glamour or the social pressure, you know, the social media. You got to find somebody with particular inch hips. You got to find somebody that's a certain height. You got to find somebody that's this way, that way, that looks this way. That's it. You know, you know, a lot of you Taurus are not buying into the hype of, you know, we'll show who you in, and they show who you in and they clown you. Oh, you know that person. A lot of you Taurus y'all are connected. Y'all are heartfelt. Y'all are hearty. Y'all are going after people that work, that actually the dynamic between you and them, you're looking to keep them around because you like them like that. So the world now is oh snap, hold on. Sorry about that. So the world now, right? The world is about you, Taurus, having that understanding about yourself. And that makes it that much more powerful because that's what some people try to use against you. You Taurus are the ones who want to give love. You Taurus are the lovers of the zodiac. So what happens is that, but y'all are ruled by Venus, but you may have a hard time being a little bit more specific when it comes to love, because people will use that against you in the sense that they will use the fact that you are trying to find love as something against you. A lot of you Taurus you're way more empowered now because you Taurus are like, okay, you know more specifically, a little bit more of what it is that you're looking for, right? Because that's giving you the game. That's part of what makes love so difficult. It's because people don't even have an idea of what it is that they're looking for. They know that they're looking for something, but then they have this ideology of when they interact with somebody, they'll know what. My dear Taurus bulls, listen, my loved ones, that's not how it works. You have to have, through experiences, through relationships that do not work, you have to have a better perspective of, because see, the relationships that you don't work out with is not who you are. It's a stepping stone to get you closer to the person that is part of who you are, right? Your other half in that regard, right? So when you don't work, when these relationships don't work, you are now having to learn what does work from you from what doesn't work. You understand what I'm saying? I'm sure you do. A lot of you Taurus are very smart individuals. So when you see these dysfunctional relationships, like I said, with the situation before, with somebody who acts like their boo-boo don't stink, what is it about them that you didn't like? You didn't like the fact that you want love and you want somebody to be honest and show you PDA, public display of affection. But you didn't like the fact that they could switch up in the house and do that to you in the house. But then out in the streets, they don't want to do that to you. It's almost like you have to hide from the world, right? Instead of people catch you and your significant other in a restaurant or hanging out and just holding hands and doing whatever, right? And just catching you like this because they know you and they seeing you and they catching you going out on a date with somebody and just hanging out. You feel like you have to hide. You feel embarrassed. You felt like you would be embarrassed to be with this person because this person is embarrassed with you. And that may or may not be that's not really the case from what the cards that I'm seeing here. That isn't the case. But the thing that I'm saying is, you Taurus have a better understanding that that's not even something that you would even want. You don't even want to get this idea of, does this person feel embarrassed to be out with me, to be seen with me, to be holding hands? Does this person feel embarrassed about that? And because of this is very self-empowering. Very much so. Very much so. Turning an otherwise messed up situation into a very empowering one for you, Taurus, because the world is about, okay, now you have a better understanding of, you don't like it when someone acts like this. Okay, so you have a better understanding of what you do like. So when you're still dating, so now it's like, okay, so now you'll see it as another problem that could come up. That could come up later, right? So you're checking to see now, as you're dating them, this is something else that you know for a fact that you don't like, that you should be paying attention to. Is the person arrogant? Do they play this game of needing to act like they are this noble that has to put down everybody else, or whatever the case may be, because they don't perceive everybody else to be on their level? But because I've seen that way too many times. So now it makes things much more, I'm saying all this to say, it makes things much more clear for you, because now you Taurus have a better understanding of what to stay away from. If you Taurus see that, you are going to bounce, because you know immediately this is not necessarily a very good situation for you to stay in. So let's clarify the world. Queen of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords, yep. Seven of Wands, yep. Queen of Wands, Page of Pentacles, yeah. You're going to continue to be yourself. You already have the Page of Wands. You Taurus are going to continue to be true to yourselves. You know, you have a better understanding of what you're looking out for. Some of these interactions that some of these dates and these interactions that you've had, and I'm not necessarily talking about a nightcap and having a person stay over. No, I'm talking about a date where you're just now getting to know them. Some of them don't rub you the correct way. You don't like some of them. So you're going with that because not based off of shallow metrics. You're seeing it, the overconfidence in the person and how they're playing a role. So it's like they switch up on you because they're not even true to themselves. And the Page of Swords, however, represents, and you see, this is paramount. And now you Taurus are understanding even much more your own value, because again, like I've been telling you Taurus, as I've been telling you wonderful bulls, you realizing even more now, you cannot give your attention and your time to every single person. You have to be judgmental, but you have to be judgmental the correct way. It can't just be you're judgmental against somebody for petty reasons like their shoelaces and how tall they are and all this other type of stuff. You know how tall they are because once you see them on site, you get an idea of how tall they are. Taller than you, shorter than you, right? Pretty much. So that's what height is. Taller than you, you're the metric. Taller than you, shorter than you, right? Same height, round the same height. So the Seven of Wands, let me just simplify it, yo. Like, people put too much, like, you know what I'm saying? The Seven of Wands is about, but you will never be fooled again. Because, again, you have you're developing a better mind for yourselves. Because remember, Taurus bulls can represent the cattle. It can represent the cows. It can represent the cattle that just goes where it is that someone herds them. But now a lot of you Taurus are starting to wise up of, hey, you know, you went from being a cow, don't take this like I'm insulting you. Y'all went from being a cow to being herded to now being a conscious cow. Now y'all are starting to form into the shepherds yourselves, where y'all can understand, like, oh, okay, y'all are understanding the game. It's not about going after people just for the sake of it. You have to be ruthless with your time, and that just accepting people just because is not the best thing in the world for you. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10K. We're actually so close. I can't believe this. We're at 9750 some odd. We literally have less than 200 left to make it 10,000 subscribers. We're literally almost there. Woo, thank y'all so much. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.